G'day, Ben Futrell here, and in this video I'm going to have a quick chat to you about how to write killer headlines for your marketing. Always surprises me how little people understand about marketing. In fact, most people learn about how to write an ad by looking at somebody else's ad. They don't check to see if it's working. They don't even ask themselves the question, do I like this ad? Does this ad work for me? What I suggest you do, next time an ad compels you to buy something, note it down. Note down exactly what they did. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about marketing here, but only at a very high level. We're going to have a look at the different components of writing a headline that's going to work for your advertising campaign. See, the headline is really 25% of the importance of the ad. In fact, maybe even 50% of the importance of the ad. Because if you don't grab the reader's attention or the viewer's attention or the listener's attention with your headline, they're not going to stick around to hear the rest of your message. So if you don't get the headline right in your marketing, then no one's going to stop by to see what the rest of your message is. So let's have a look at a few of the different ingredients to a successful headline to head up your campaign. The first thing is think about what your prospect is thinking, and I've written up here WIIFM. Now that's not a radio station, that stands for What's in It For Me. What's in it for me? And that's what your prospect's going to be thinking about. When they start reading your ad, they need to be feeling that they're going to get a benefit from the minute they start reading the ad, not 30 seconds in. They need to know from the very beginning there's a benefit for them. Otherwise, you're not going to keep their attention. They're not going to continue to read their ad. So what's in it for me? And we'll come back to these after I go through each in a point, and we'll look at some examples. The next one is it needs to be written in what I call a point of view. And that means using the word you or your in your marketing. Because whilst you feel like you're writing to your or advertising to your entire target market, you're only communicating with one person at a time. And I think it's a mistake a lot of people make with their marketing is they write their advertising and they broadcasting. They use the words like there and people love what we do. And no, you want to use the word you, just like I do here. You are going to get great benefit from reading through these points and watching this video. I can guarantee you are going to get results. And there's really only me and you. Even if there was 5 people watching this video, there's you, and you. It's still personal, right? So from a point of view, it has a much bigger impact if you use the word you or your in your marketing. The next one is make it big. If your headline is going to have an impact, whether it's in a web page, whether it's in a newspaper, whether it's on the radio, the television, make your headline stand out. Now when I say make it big, I'm not just talking about big type, I'm talking about make it big and bold, make it a big statement, make it something that's going to make people stop in their tracks and go, wow, that's a great headline, that's got my attention. Make sure it's not your company name. I've seen a lot of people that put their company name as their headline in an ad, and really there's only a couple of people that excites. The first person is you. Gets you excited when you see your company name in the yellow pages or on a web page or at the top of something, and maybe your mum, I don't know. But it's not going to excite your prospects, it just doesn't. Not unless you're a big company that has a brand name like a McDonald's or a Coke or Apple or IBM or one of those companies that have built a brand over all the years. For you as a small business owner, no one knows who you are. And I know some of you might be getting offended and arguing with this, but I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I can tell you that if you've got to put your company name in your marketing, make it small and out of the way. It doesn't really matter. Your headline should not be your company name. It should be something that, once again, what's in it for me is what the prospect's going to be thinking. And then the final thing is make it attention grabbing. You've probably seen some of those ads, like I think there was an ad, in fact it was banned, there was billboards I saw a couple of years ago on the freeways, and it just had the word sex, just those 3 letters in really big bold print. Well, it certainly got everyone's attention as they were driving past, but I think it got banned, that whole campaign. So you've got to make it attention grabbing, and you've got to think a little bit differently. So let's go through a couple of examples. What if you were a plumber? Your headline could be, at last, a plumber you can trust, or something. So remember, it's got a point of view, there's a benefit in it because they want to be able to trust them. I don't know, and that could apply to just about any business. Some other headline starters, like 7 reasons why you should read this ad, or 7 reasons why you should talk to us before buying a fence from ABC, from any other fencing company. There's a lot of different ways we can build in a point of view into our headline, but by putting the word you or your or both into the headline, the reader's going to feel like you're talking directly to them. So really, really important. I think, hopefully that sort of helped you to get your head around how to write killer headlines and think about what it is that you're trying to say to your prospects and what their benefit of dealing with you is. Because once you put the benefit into your headline rather than your company name or make it boring, then people are going to want to deal with you. No one wants to know that you've been in business since 1964. No one wants to know that you're accredited with 9002 ISO or whatever it is. Those things don't matter to your prospects. As much as you'd like to think they do, they don't. What they want to know is, what's in it for me? So make sure next time you're writing your advertising campaign or you're thinking about any of your marketing, that your headline makes impact.